is also one aspiring, well-known Israeli artist, and just to get a couple of insights about Ishai's work and where art is today.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm objective enough because I really admire Shai's talents. I think that he is a multi-talented guy. And when we met the first time, I was really amazed to see a kind of I would define it as a Renaissance artist. He is dealing with so many fields and he's creating in many projects. Yeah, he's coming from the movies. I think that all his visual work is inspired a lot from literature, from culture in a very holistic way. Music, spiritual, music, dance. What I loved in his work is, first of all, I think he's a very honest artist. He would dialogue a lot with classic works, with the traditional artworks, and especially modern. But on the other hand, he gives his own interpretation. I think that he has his own style, a very honest artistic interpretations and ways of painting. I love his colors. I think that he has a lot of light, a lot of, I would say even positive approach to the arts.
The energy.
Yeah, it's a very positive way. Even sometimes he would be characteristic or he would cooperate with the idea of the artwork. Still, everything is, I would not say naive, but it's a very a positive way of dialogue or relating to the art piece, to his figures. I can say that some of the figures which you drew, you painted, for myself it was a kind of visualization of kind of figures from the literature, from the classic works, which it was my first time to meet, to see, to be introduced to these kind of works. And it was very open-minded way of painting, of creating. And it was always a very nice and a very challenging to chat with you, because I think that each of your artworks is something which is not like for that. You have your own artistic excuses, I would say, for creating. With a real story behind it.
Yeah.
It's something that you have, you're creating because you feel deep in your soul that you have a new contact with these figures. Yeah. And I think that this is something very unique. Exactly. I think that it's a very nice way. And I'm not sure that we find it a lot nowadays in the art scene. And this is something which I am very much keen to meet and to see.
There's something about the naive painters that are trying to get to the point of originality,
Right.
like children.
Right.
Even when Picasso tried to do it, you know. The original painter of the cave people tried to capture something in a minimum lines, just to capture the, I don't know, something, an elephant, and to catch the essence of the elephant.
Capture the world, as they
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Yes, and they knew you don't have to be hyper-realistic with your painting style. You just have to capture it.
Yeah.
And if you make a hole in the ground and the elephant fall inside and you capture the elephant, it doesn't matter that it's not high-tech
It's
trap.
there, but it's
trap.
there.
It's there.
Talk about artists and their
And the fusion.
in the way that an artist grows. And you know, you begin in your art, and you move forward, and you try to work with different styles, get your own style, and so forth and so on. And at some point, you get to a point where you feel, or at least people feel, that your art is at the point where collectors should be involved in your art and buying your art. Where do you think that is in the resolve
I
that?
think that most of the work, his works are very colorful. I think that they bring a lot of good energy to your home, to your, wherever you hang it. But on the other hand, I have to say something very important, that I'm not sure that Shai intend to sell. I mean, when he create his work, he's very frank with himself. And I think that I was trying to think a few times about the dimension of his work. Sometimes it's extremely large, and I'm sure that not every normal small salon would be the ideal place for it, although he has in all the sizes. But I was thinking about the big sizes, and I think that he done it because he felt this dimension should be a part of his creative work, and he would not suit it to the customer requirement. That's what I feel. But on the other hand, even when it's very large, you are there. I mean, it's very real, it's very precise, and he was never compromised with his sizes. But I would have loved, I have one piece, but I would have loved to have many artworks, because I think that what he is doing is a real, frank art. This is the truth in the arts. That's what I believe.